Welcome to part 2 on this how to make a short film series. Today's video is production, so let's get into it. So for those of you that are just tuning into this video and you haven't seen part 1, part 1 was all about the pre-production side of how to make a short film. So I would seriously recommend checking that video out first and then coming back to this video to carry on with the short film process. But if you've seen the video, then let's carry on. So today is the day of the video shoot. Everybody has been cast, all of your actors have been busy learning their lines. Everybody should be where they're supposed to be. And there you go, you've got all your people in front of you ready to go. What now? Now, before we get into the actual process of filming the short film, I would recommend getting your actors to sign a release form. A release form is this simple document that basically gives you permission to film the people in front of camera. So even though the actor has turned up to the shoot on the day, done the work, they've clearly been in front of the camera, they know they're being filmed, if they haven't signed a release form, they have got all the right to end up suing you later on if they're not happy with how the film looks. So make sure you get all of your actors to sign a release form saying they're happy to be filmed and they're happy to end up with this film distributed in specific places and they trust the director will cut the film in a good way. So make sure you get all of your actors or anybody appearing in front of the camera to sign a release form, and this is going to give you permission to film them and it's going to save you from any lawsuits or any legal action later on down the road. It's honestly one of the best things that you can do when it comes to making a film. So now that you've got all of your release forms signed, you now need to go ahead and start filming. So you want to refer to your shot list or you want to refer to your storyboard and you want to begin with the first scene. So make sure all of your actors are prepped, make sure they're rehearsed, make sure there's good chemistry between everybody on set. And then when you're ready, you can start rolling. Now, when you're making your short film, you should always make sure you allow enough time for your actors to prepare on the day. Yes, they're always going to go and learn their lines before filming, but it's important that they get an understanding of the location and what's happening in the environment around them. So allow a few practice takes, and then once they've had enough takes, you can call action and you can start rolling. So we'll go 3, 2, 1, action. You're going to roll the camera, you're going to roll the sound recording, and if these are on 2 different devices, then you want to make sure you do a sync clap in front of the camera in order to sync these up in the edit later on. And then you can go into the action. So you can just go ahead and you can redo this scene multiple different times, catch all of your different angles, your establishing shots, your mid shots, your 2 shots, your close-ups, capture everything that you listed in pre-production. And then once you've finished, cut, move on to the next scene. And you basically just want to follow your plan of action for the day and make sure you've got everything that you need. Now, when you're working on a short film, it really is a collaborative process. Not only is everybody behind the camera working together to make the film, the people in front of the camera, the actors, the talent, they're really bringing that film to life. And every actor will have their own understanding of the character and will have their own little say on what the character should do and what they shouldn't do. Now, if your actor requests to change their lines or make small tweaks, it's completely up to you if you want to allow that or if you don't want to allow that. But it's really important that you keep control. Now, unfortunately, I've been on sets where the director has been completely overruled by an actor, the actor has changed the lines or they changed the intention of the performance, and it's meant that the scene didn't end up what it was supposed to be. The scene was supposed to be like this, but it's ended up being like this, and it ended up having this negative impact on the entire film and the scenes moving forward. So yes, make sure you listen to your actors and their ideas because this is a collaboration. But at the same time, you know the script, so listen to your guts, and if it feels right, go ahead and make those tweaks, but don't get bullied into changing a character or changing something serious in the film. Now, it's also really tempting to try and cram loads of scenes into one day. Believe me, I've been on those shoots where we've just filmed from first thing in the morning to last thing in the evening. Nobody took a break, and by the end of the day, everybody was burnt out, they lost their energy, and the performances were therefore lacking. So make sure you look after the people on set. We're all human beings at the end of the day. Doesn't matter if you're an actor, a camera operator, a sound engineer. We're all human, we all need breaks. So once you've done a batch of filming, take a break, let people rest, let people recover, and then get back into filming. You'll get better performances and everybody will be a lot happier and more enthusiastic about the project. Yes, you might need to add another filming day or an extra few filming days onto the project to allow for these breaks, But believe me, it will really make the world of difference when it comes to editing the video because everything will be perfect. And then my last tip on production is to avoid overshooting. You've done all of that pre-production for a reason. There's absolutely no reason to overshoot for safety. If you've got everything that was in the pre-production, then you can safely move on to the next scene, and this will help to speed along the production process. Of course, you're more than welcome to experiment on set. You can try different ways of delivering the story, but really make sure you follow everything that you planned out in your pre-production to make sure you get the product that you're looking for. And there you go. Those are my production tips. This is part 2, now complete. I will see you tomorrow for part 3, and this is post-production. So, see you there.